What's up, Tony? Can you hear me okay? Tony's saying, damn, that's nuts. His father's music, that's the first track, Bloodlines, is creepy as hell with his son in mind. Wow, wow. Yeah, so go check out my link on my community page. That's what Tony's referring to. The music's not bad. It's Richard Allen's biological father was a musician. So it makes you wonder, was he just a musician? He came into town, hooked up with Rick's mom, and then went back on the road. Or did they actually have a relationship? What's up, Jill Moser? Julia Burns, thank you. Appreciate that, Tony. Jari, what's going on? Lisa. Whoops. Hold on. If anybody wants to join the StreamYard link, is right here. So you can call in today. The phone lines are open, 928-476-0112. Or you can hit that link. We're not talking about anything. So anything and everything is on the table. And I think we'll get started in about 3 minutes.
total stranger. I'm calling you Rick.
It's our time down here.
Total stranger. I'm calling you Rick and
Look,
Sheila,
bro,
like
they're
we're in
not
some kind
serving
of AA
breakfast.
meeting.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Who's this gentleman sitting behind you?
Hello, Miss Lady.
What I do have are a very particular set of skills.
Bro, it's
Skills
it's
I've
me.
acquired early in my career.
Warriors, come out to play.
I give you $10 million, Tony. Okay,
Damn, that's a lot of money.
$10 million.
Damn. There we go. All right, guys. How's everybody doing? Today is Monday, June 9th, 2025. You're tuned in to the Sleuth Intuition channel. CJK says LA. Yeah, I didn't want to bring it up, but I'm definitely tuned in. I'm watching. Yep. And if you guys want to call in, I have my phone right here. I'll put you on speaker, and it'll be just like we have you right here in studio. If not, no worries. You can also hit a link and join me backstage. And if you're not some weird person, I'll go ahead and bring you on. Good to see you, Jari. Shall we make this a political show? This is a whatever show. We can talk about anything. What's up, Eli? I was on LA Wilkes. Hey, shout out to LA Wilkes. LA's cool. Former law enforcement, so it's interesting to get his take. Oh, what was he saying about it? Well, the thing is that California is like it's really basically a communist state, is what it is. So even law enforcement back there is against ICE, you know. So even law enforcement in California, they've been under ideological subversion long enough that the now young police force has the same ideology. It's very dangerous. It's from the Democratic playbook. And it could ultimately stem to places like China or Russia, but most likely China. China. Welcome in, Lisa. Tony N. My working theory with Richard Allen's dad's music, the title Blown by Circumstance. Isn't that the name of the album, Blown by Circumstance? Roger Gorham is the man's name, Richard Allen's biological father. Circumstance, you think? I mean, he's obviously a musician. I think he's gone on tour. You can get him on Amazon. He's all over YouTube. He looks like he's signed. His music's not excellent, but it is good. So maybe he was on a tour, maybe opening up for somebody bigger. Met Richard Allen's mom. They had a quick little fling, groupie type situation. Or maybe they had a relationship and he went, split apart to pursue his aspirations. CJK estimated 1.5 million illegals. Yeah, it's interesting. It's like most of Latin America, they're very pro Constitution, when it comes, including myself, like First Amendment audits, free speech, things like that. But then again, if they themselves are from Hispanic heritage, they throw that all out the window when it pertains to illegals from Mexico. It's a little bit of hypocrisy there. You got to be consistent, my guy. Yeah, I don't even know if Richard Allen knew his father, Tony. Like, I hate to use the word bastard because he had a father. It just wasn't in his life. Plus, that's kind of an ugly word, right? Bastard.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man. Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Get to the chopper! We do not train to be merciful here. Mercy is for the weak. Here, on the street, in competition.
What's going on with you today, Jill? Beth, how's it going? Let's see, I got a bunch more.
You're gonna cry in the car.
It'll get worse before it gets better.
But don't ever take sides with anyone against the family again.
What? At what point did you shoot the clerk?
I shot the clerk.
Yes, when did you shoot him?
I shot the clerk.
Hey, Dean, you need your...
Give me all you got! Listen. Give me all you got! I swear, man.
It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear, and it absolutely will not stop.
I can handle things. I'm smart. Not like everybody says. Like dumb, I'm smart.
Jill says, not much going on. A beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. It's hot. It's like 105 right now. What's up, Rescue? Christine, Eli. That was the wide array of movie genre. I'm very eclectic.
I can handle things. I'm smart. Not like everybody says. Like dumb, I'm smart, and I want respect.
Excellent.
I wonder if somebody calls my mama a whore.
Is she?
Is she?
I rest my case.
Happy birthday! Woo!
That's my favorite one right there. But this is basically, when I think of a psychopath, this is exactly what I think of right here.
See your identification.
You don't need to see his identification.
See your identification.
You don't need to see his identification.
We don't need to see his identification.
You're not the bridge guy. I'm not the bridge guy. He's not the bridge guy.
He wasn't right in the hat.
All right, youngster, out you go.
Don't come back.
These are the ones for the trolls right here. That's the one we bash their head against the doors on the way out. Bam. Or we just beat them down like this. Watch.
End this quickly. Atkins reluctant to come out of her corner. Aiden, let the one.
So when the trolls come in, this is what my mods do. I mean, it's quick. They hear the word troll.
End this quickly. Atkins reluctant to come out of her corner. Aiden, let the one.
You know, smack them around a little bit.
What stuff you're grabbing?
Tools! Tools! Duct tape, zip ties, and gloves! I have to have my tools!
Dennis, low-key serial killer. Or not even low-key, just obviously, right? I need my tools. This is my offer to you, Eli. Nothing. Oh, yeah, The Godfather. Phil Bond, what's up? Did I miss anybody else? Let's see. Sleuth, check out the fight at Texas Roadhouse, Avon, Indiana. What am I going to find there? It popped right up. Oh, this is new. Holy shnikey. (13) Indiana. Bear with me a minute. I'm sharing my screen. On StreamYard, you got to click like 20 buttons here just to share a damn screen. It's like, what in the hell? What in the Sam hell? Is this the one you're talking about? This is the first thing that popped up. I got as far as Texas Road and then House filled in and Avon fight. I was like, damn, shit must be lit. I don't know how loud it's going to be. So you guys, here, let me turn it down a little bit. Damn. Somebody's just there with the camera like, oh shit. This is going viral. Oh shit. Oh damn. We got pulled from the back. Still going. Hurt. That girl right there, somebody grabbed her, the hair, and tried to pull her. She's getting tossed. Oh, look, it says up here at the top, courtesy of Ernisha Collins. So Ernisha would have been like me. Oh, shit. I'm putting this on YouTube. Shout out to Ernisha. What's up, Rescue? Sleuth, you planning to ever come to Indiana? We'd love to see you. If I do come to Indiana, I probably wouldn't meet with anybody, to be honest. And you probably wouldn't even know that I was there. But yeah, I do plan to come out there. Caricature, what up? What's it all about? I don't know. They're at a restaurant. Girl standing up right here seems to be the target. Do you see that? Watch, they grab her hair. So usually if you're standing up like that and people are standing up protecting you and surrounding you, you're the one that did something. Like the angry mob is kind of surrounding her and trying to get to her. And there's people who are kind of telling her, stand up here, get back up against this wall. But it looks like there's a few people who are trying to find a way to get to her. And if you go back around, it looks like you can get to her on the other side of the wall. So she's obviously the target, so I don't know what she did. Bam. Yeah, that could have snapped her neck right there. Like, why are you that mad? Oh, you know what it could be? Maybe cheating. He's like, I got to get you out of here. Can you please just go? Yeah, they definitely were targeting that girl right there. This guy's like reaching for something. Do you see that? What the hell are you reaching for, dude? Like there's 10 people fighting. You got to reach for something? You see that? Look, right here. He's like reaching in his waistband right here. Like, I'll handle this. I'm going to prison for the rest of my life today. Yeah, that's wild. Multiple injured after fight at Avon, Texas Roadhouse. It's wild. Yeah, you know me, Rescue. Plus, I mean, that's just the way I roll anyway. I'm very low key. So if I go out to the bridge, I'm not going to go park somewhere, you know what I mean? Like I'll hike in somewhere from the back. Yeah, thanks for sharing that, Eli. That was wild. Let me see if I can read more on this. Multiple injured after large fight breaks out at Avon restaurant. Where the hell is Avon, Indiana? Let's see. The Avon Police Department confirmed that its officers were dispatched to a restaurant around 10 p.m. So it's not. When APD officers and Hendricks County Sheriff's deputies arrived at the scene, they located multiple individuals who had been injured in a fight. Damn. Police reported that fight's primary aggressor seen before law enforcement arrived. I wonder if that was the young lady. APD indicated that officers spent a significant amount of time interviewing witnesses, collecting videos, and gathering statements. Let me see. Nothing really. No, that's it. I'd find you. That reminds me of Wedding Crashers. If you ran away, I'd find you. I'd be like, oh shit, we got a stage 5 clinger. We got a stage 5. They were angry. No bloomin' onion. Yeah, when they run out of bloomin' onion, it's like when you get to McDonald's and their ice cream machine's not working. You're like, damn it. Oh, Avon is West Indy, huh? All right, guys. So what's the news? What's going on? Any updates? Any cases that you've been following? I spent all morning re-looking into the Asia degree case and looking over the latest PCA. See, I don't know what's going on with that case. I feel like they haven't found anything solid yet. Kind of like with Keegan Kline and his relation to Delphi. It's like, damn, we know who did it. We know who were involved. Or even like the David Kallenberger case.
When a Lafayette man was reported missing. Witnesses are now coming forward with new information about the day 47-year-old David Kallenberger was last seen. News 18's Alexis Moberger joins us now with an update on the investigation. Alexis?
Jeff, state troopers last saw him in I-65 near Edinburgh. Kallenberger told the trooper help was on the way. Troopers returned 8 hours later and found Kallenberger's motorcycle, but no sign of him. Since he went missing, police have followed up on 165 different leads.
That's the last day I seen him. Never seen him no more.
Dean Sloan was one of the last people to see David Kallenberger after he went missing nearly 6 months ago.
But he was wringing wet of sweat.
Kallenberger's motorcycle broke down near Edinburgh on I-65 March 15th. Sergeant Jerry Holman says Kallenberger was near the mile marker for several hours. He broke down, then was seen on both sides of the interstate.
Sickle sat there for about 2 to 3 days.
Kallenberger broke down about a half-mile up the road from where we are now, and neighbors say he pushed his bike up to this area, then went to neighbors, asked to borrow a phone, and even left his helmet at one of the houses.
He was wanting to call someone. He didn't say no one was coming.
Detectives say Kallenberger had a history of drug use.
He was so sweaty and hot and weird acting.
Investigators have followed up on 165 leads since the Edinburgh tow truck driver, who didn't want to be interviewed on camera, remembers seeing a woman pick up Kallenberger in a maroon Pontiac the night he vanished.
He said he saw my brother standing there talking to a woman in his car.
According to Holman, the car is registered
Holman.
in both Kallenberger's and his wife Valerie Kallenberger names.
There's just so much that points to it being my sister-in-law.
You know, there are some
prime suspect Valerie and a group of men.
Suspicions that she may know a little more information than what she's given.
Look who's leading up this investigation. Jerry Holman. In David Kallenberger's case, that's come forward, very similar to what Keegan Kline did, right? He met with the investigative team, sat down, told them everything. Like, these are the people who committed the murder. I even helped them load up the body. He described the body. It was wrapped up in a tarp, ratchet straps that you use for securing something in the back of a vehicle or for towing. And he came forward and made an official statement in an official capacity. You know, gave Holman everything, all of the players. but they still can't do anything. Right? Same thing goes for Kagan Klein. And I fear that's what's going on in the Asia degree case. I fear like they have all of the players, they have all of the pieces, but how are they going to prove it in a court of law? Right? They need that tangible, that physical, that video, that document, that scientific, they need something that they can put in front of a jury or a judge for that matter. But they seem to have been getting their search warrants pretty easily. There's a few of them out there, at least 2 that I know of. Absolutely, Lisa. I feel like it's right there. But unfortunately, if they don't have that piece of information that they can bring into a trial, they can't do anything. It's like, I know Kagan Klein had something to do with the Delphi murders. We all know that Valerie, David Kallenberger's wife or fiance, I think they were married, was responsible or took part in his death. Yet they can't arrest anybody. And we know who was responsible in the Asia degree case. They can't do anything. Why? Because they haven't found Asia, and they don't have anything like DNA or something, physical evidence. What's up, Jay? Cool it, Jay. You cool it. You better back up off me in the damn comment section. I'm not playing with you.
Listen, give me all you got! I swear, me and my brother.
This is how J Ray came at me in the comments today.
End this quickly. Agnes reluctant to come out of her corner. Ada, let the one.
I was like, damn, I wasn't ready. I was looking through the wrong thingy. Caricature that makes me think of those poor pitcher. Okay, girls. Pitcher. Okay. I don't know what that is. Laura Bible and Ashley Freeman. Let me see. I used to have a folder with some information on that. What about that case? Is it Loria Bible and Ashley Freeman? American teenagers who disappeared between the evening of December 29th and the early morning hours of December 30th, 1999. From Freeman's home in Welch, Oklahoma. Firefighters arrived at the Freeman home shortly after 5:30 a.m. on December 30th when a motorist reported a fire at the residence. After the fire had been extinguished, the bodies of Freeman's parents, Danny and Kathy, were recovered. Both had been shot to death at close range. However, law enforcement was unable to find any trace of Bible or Freeman in the rubble of the home. Yes, I remember this case. And the men actually kidnapped them, right? And were torturing them somewhere like in a small house or trailer out in the woods, I believe. Yeah, we covered this briefly a few years back. On April 26, 2018, it was reported that Ronnie Dean Busick was being charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder in the killings of Bible and Freeman and the Freeman family. In 2020, Busick was convicted and sentenced to 10 years in prison plus 5 years of probation. What the hell? He was released on May 19th, 2023 after serving just 38 months. Jeez. The man responsible for these murders is free. It's terrifying. You're being dramatic. See, you're bringing it up again. Why you got to bring it up? You're the one that brought it up. Right? I'll just gaslight you. Yeah. Oh no, that happens more than you think, Bootleg Pass. There was a case of a man who traveled, I think it was from either Tennessee or Philadelphia. Here, let me see if I can find this case. But he traveled basically from the East Coast all the way over to, I think, San Diego. Somewhere in California, LA, in between San Diego and LA. Killed the family, burned the house, burned them in the house, kidnapped the girl, and was taking her back to the East Coast, where he purchased a home. And it was, I think it was like a 1-bedroom home, but it had a basement. And he basically turned the basement into a dungeon. So he went all the way across the country, killed this family after catfishing her, kidnapped the young teenage girl. I think she was like 14. But thank goodness law enforcement were able, they jumped into action and were lucky enough to track him and find out where he was going and stop him. So she got lucky. But there's probably women all over this, all over this country, if not this world, trapped in somebody's basement, right? You have the missing person report, and the photo of this missing person. And in some basement, somewhere in the United States of America, is that person whose image is on the missing person flyer. And I don't know if the numbers are correct, but there's I'm assuming 1 million missing people right now, if I had to guess. What's up, Frank? Who else did I miss? Yep, this is it right here. Austin Edwards. No. Okay, so Austin Edwards was a 28-year-old former police officer from North Chesterfield, Virginia. So it was Virginia, I apologize. Involved in a horrific 2022 case. He catfished a teenage girl in Riverside, California, using her personal information to build an online relationship. On November 25th, 2022, Edwards traveled across the country to Riverside, where he allegedly murdered the girl's family, Mark Wynick, her father, 69, Sherry Wynick, 65, and Brooke Wynick, 38, her older sister, in their La Sierra neighborhood home, which was later set on fire. See, very similar. there's like a playbook for this type of sickness. Edwards kidnapped the teenager and fled. During a police chase on Highway 62, he fired at officers, striking a SWAT vehicle. Before losing control of his vehicle, after exiting and shooting again, he was killed by police. The teenager was rescued unharmed and placed into protective custody. There's a video of Austin Edwards, apparently somebody that sold a home to him. And when he reached out to the original owner before he purchased it, all he cared about was the basement. So he sent his real estate agent over there and says, nope, I need a full video, not pictures. I want a full video of the basement. So before he purchased the home, and I think, the interview might be with the real estate agent. That's all he cared about. And sure enough, he purchased the home. Shortly after, he killed these people. Shit's crazy. Let's see. Hey, Redfoot, what's going on with you? How you doing? Let's see. How many missing people in the USA? Thanks, Jari. All right. So as of 2025, over 600,000 people are reported missing annually in the United States. That's every year. That's crazy. According to the National Missing and Unidentified Persons database funded by the U.S. Department of Justice, in 2023, the FBI's National Crime Information Center recorded 563,389 missing person cases. The number fluctuates, with 521,000 cases reported in 2021, of which over 485,000 were resolved within the year. So you have, like, basically over the span of 5 years, millions of cases, right? But a large percentage of those are being solved. Approximately 14,000 unidentified body cases nationwide. The rate is about 6.5 missing persons per 1,000, with California having the highest total, right? You go figure. Sex trafficking, Hollywood, Satanism, lawlessness, with no concern for the Second Amendment. Right? California, you got to run around with your firearm in your trunk or some shit like that. I don't think you can have it on you. I could be wrong. The laws have changed, but that's the way it was a few years back. Or are you guys talking about Asia's case? Yeah, so that's just people. We're going to start to break it down here. So how many missing women? And then we'll get down to children. Missing women. In 2022, the FBI's National Crime Information Center reported 271,327 women and girls missing in the United States. This includes 206,000 females under 21 and 65,000 females 21 and over. This may include voluntary disappearances, kidnappings, or other circumstances. The numbers fluctuate yearly, and many cases resolve quickly, but over 20,000 missing persons cases, male and female, remain open annually. All right, how many missing children? Good to see you, Karen. Welcome in, Cammie. What kind of mood are you in today? I'm always in a pretty good mood. You know? I'm a little upset that it's so hot out because I can't exercise. I can't go for a walk. I can't go for a jog. I didn't really do all my stretching like I like to this morning. And I really haven't drank all my coffee either. So I don't know. I'm still working on it, I guess. Still cold. I made some iced coffee. Dunkin' Donuts. I think it's mild roast with like a cap full of vanilla extract, maybe a spoonful of sugar, some almond milk, and then stir it up and fill the rest with ice. That is my summertime coffee. What's going on, Mustang? Yeah, if you could, hit the thumbs up. You know, if you can't hit the Cash App, hit the thumbs up. Jeez. And if anybody wants to call in, 928-476-0112. Or you can hit the link right here. You don't have to feel pressure to, but you can. If you call in, it'll ring right here to my phone. I'll put you on speaker, and you could speak your piece. If not, we're just going to keep chatting. There's the link. Proper? Because of the almond milk? No. I just don't like dairy. I like cheese and ice cream. But just straight up like milk? No thanks. You get the same benefit from almond milk, and there's a little more sugar in almond milk. But I prefer it. All right, let's look at some of these cases we were talking about earlier. Elizabeth Fritzl, Amstetten, Austria. Born 1984. I think deceased 2008. Joseph Fritzl imprisoned his daughter, Elizabeth, in a soundproof basement cellar beneath their family home for 24 years, starting when she was 18. So, right, I'm 18. You can't tell me what to do. Oh, well, I can lock you in a dungeon. He lured her into the basement under the pretense of helping with a door, then drugged and confined her. Fritzl reportedly raped her, resulting in 7 children, one of whom died shortly after birth. 3 children remained in their cellar with Elizabeth, while 3 others were raised upstairs by Fritzl and his wife, Rosemary. Under the guise that Elizabeth had abandoned them, the basement was hidden behind a shelf, accessible only through 8 locked doors, 2 with electronic locks. In April 2008, one of Elizabeth's children, Kirsten, fell seriously ill, and Fritzl took her to the hospital. Suspicious medical staff alerted police, leading to Elizabeth's rescue after she revealed her ordeal. Fritzl was arrested, pleaded guilty to charges including rape, incest, false imprisonment, and negligent murder, and was sentenced to life in prison in 2009. Elizabeth and her children were relocated to a secret village in Austria, living under new identities with ongoing therapy. Boston. Sleuth, do you have a big YMCA with a swimming pool, or can you put a pool, do your water walking and swimming? Well, my dad has a pool, but he doesn't live very close. There is a nice YMCA here. I mean, I'm okay with the treadmill or whatever, but it's just not the same, you know. You wake up early in the morning and you get out there, you get some fresh air, you get some vitamin D, and you burn some calories, you know, and you kind of loosen up a little bit. Get some sun on you. But here you can't do that right now. You go out and get some sun on you, you might just die. Like there's already been like 10 deaths. Hey, let's look that shit up. It's already like we're already off to a bad start. People drowning in pools and dying of heat exhaustion is what you got to worry about. What's going on, Cheeks? Says, hey, boys and girls, just wanted to stop by and say what's up. Going to be another replay for me. Work's trying to kill me. Yikes, don't let the man get you down. I'm pretty sure. Have a great day. Yeah, don't let him get you. Flip it on him. Billy Graham style. La Onda. Mark, I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a bat and a 6'2" Impala. I love that song. That's old school right there. Need some of that AC mall walking. Let's see here. As of June 4th, 2025, Maricopa County, Arizona, which is basically where I live, reported one confirmed heat-related death for the 2025 season. Statewide data is not yet comprehensively available. So, yeah, they need to include like Pinal County, because a big part of Maricopa is more like in the northern. So that'd be the lower temperatures. Don't be pissy whipped. Whip that pussy. Bang, bang, bang. Here, I got something for that. I got you.
He gonna cry in the car.
He gonna cry in the car. Should I even have a photo? So I can pull it up. Yeah, here it is. This was a thumbnail that I used a while back. This is a fun show. Some Friday night shenanigans. You know, just kicking it. Miss Parker, Miss Parker. Good Lord. Sweet of the berry. Black of the berry, sweet of the juice. Uh, what's up, Tammy? Tammy Solomon. Hello. Lord have mercy. Hey, let me get a little bit of that for my cataracts. The Lord is my shepherd. He know what I like. He know what I need. You god dang devil. Oh, that's funny. He gonna cry in the car. BN Mama, what's going on? Hi all, just getting off work, headed to get an ingrown toenail. Yikes. You know, I'm glad I started paying more attention to my feet because I noticed on my left foot, my big toe was trying to do that shit. It was like bending over like that and just going right into itself. So I started kind of chopping away at it, and sure enough, I like retrained it to kind of go flat again. But yeah, if you don't keep an eye on that, that shit started to hurt. I don't know if that's what you're going through. That's what sounds just like what I had to go through. Yeah, good luck with that. I'm sure they might have to cut like a little bit of skin, you know, that little piece of skin that hangs off the side of the toenail. No big deal. You know, that happens when you stub your toe sometimes. You didn't put in on this, man. You call this Indo. Smells like outdo. Yeah, the Abby and Libby series was pretty good, Mark. Thanks for holding it down as a mod and supporting my channel the way that you do. Shout out to all of you who support the cause. 100% crowdfunded. So if you can't hit the Cash App, hit the like button. It's right there. And for you lurkers out there, if you think you're trying to be a troll or you're planning to troll, this is what my mods will do to you.
End this quickly. That just reluctant to come out of her corner. Ada, let the one.
So don't try to fuck around. And if I get a hold of you, this is what I'll do to you.
Leave me alone! Here we go. You're kidding me!
That's Doug Carter, Tony Leggett, Mullins, the Yoder brothers. Look, here they are.
Leave me alone! Here we go. You're kidding me!
It's funny. I think they cut the toenail from top to bottom and cut it off from the yuck. Oh shit. Thanks, Don. I appreciate that. I appreciate the support. Dude, no Pesci Vice? No. I did have some Pesci. I might actually hide somewhere around here. Nope. Use his head as a battering ram. Sick the dogs on him. Let's see if I have another one for the trolls. Oh, this old school one.
All right, youngster, out you go.
Don't come back!
Something on your mind? Yeah, you're sitting in my chair. Oh, is that a fact? Yeah, that's a fact. Well, for a man that don't go hills, you run your mouth kind of reckless. No reason to go hills to get the bulge on a tubba like you. I love that movie. Well, I'm real scared. Damn right you are. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I caught mine early. I'm your Huckleberry. Sleuth, do I make you scoff more when I'm in chat or comment section? No, but you're the only one that can make me scoff while in chat. It's like you get me in the comment section and now you're coming at me in the damn comment section. Relentless. Got to give it to you. You're relentless.
It'll get worse before it gets better.
All right, Pat. I appreciate that. All right, guys, we're at an hour. We might do this on a daily basis. What do you think? It's like a quick little hour show. Open up the phone lines, talk some shit. If you guys have anything to add, do it now. Do it now or forever hold your peace. I'm your Huckleberry. Does anybody have the guts to play for blood? I'm your Huckleberry. That's just my game. Good old Doc Holliday. There you go, bootleg. Trying to catch you guys at lunch. Help you pass that hour. So you don't have to sit there and scroll on your phone. You just call into the Sleuth Intuition channel. Catch you on that lunch break. Thanks, Mark. All right, guys, we are on the road to 10,000. Spread the word. We got to hit that 10K, and then we'll be off to the races. Then we can take over YouTube, right? But I can't do it without you guys. If we're going to be the takeover, the Sleuth Crew takeover, I mean, we got to really do it. We got to take over this shit relentlessly, like J-Ray. She's relentless. Yeah, rest in peace, Val Kilmer. His role in Heat, oh, that was amazing. I can't remember who the actress was, but their chemistry was amazing. The way they were together, like in this weird dysfunctional relationship, kind of stressed out over the child. Like, man, I believed it. I was like, man, you guys are amazing. Amazing work. A great movie, Heat, all around. And that's where this comes from.
Vincent, give me all you got! I swear, me and my brother.
Man, my brother, man. Being Mama, it was good to see you. How you been? Jari says, don't fret. Don't fret. All right, guys. I'm sure I'll see you guys a little bit later. I have something planned for members. I don't know if that'll be this week or the beginning of next week. There's a lot going on. A lot we still have to do for the baby around here. So be patient. And much love to all of you who keep supporting the channel. And remember, if you can't hit the Cash App, just hit the like button. Thank you guys. Peace.